What's up, Comic Book Nation? BD here at Walker Stalker Con in Atlanta. We have watched The Walking Dead, the Ezekiel episode. It is here. A phenomenal job. I'm here with Khary Payton, Ezekiel himself. Man, I feel like as a comic book fan, I have to start this by saying thank you because I love this comic and you brought it to life in the best of ways.
Well, I appreciate that. It's been a long time coming, and I've been waiting for this. I just saw it a few days ago myself, and I always hate anything I do the first time, even if it's good. I don't care. I always hate it the first time. And honestly, the first time I watched this episode, I thought to myself, I don't hate this. I was like, that's a good sign. And then the second time I watched it, I was like, you know what? There were moments that really worked. And the truth is, you can't hate anything that's got Lenny James and Melissa McBride doing what they do. I think they're just two of the most brilliant actors you could ask to be introduced to this world in. You know, I mean, between the two of them, I don't know how they haven't gotten Emmys, let alone nominations. It's ridiculous. So much talent, so incredible. You know, from the very first season, I remember seeing that moment when Morgan is looking at his wife coming every night, and I was like, that was the moment that I was like, this is not your normal show. This is not your normal zombie apocalypse show, and so he's literally, held me right there from the beginning, and I just I can't believe that these are the guys I get to work with, kind of being introduced to the world is awesome.
That was so cool. Now they really threw you in because not only are you working with zombies and all this kind of special effects stuff, but you're working with a tiger. The very first scene you're introduced, there's the tiger there, and it looked, I think everyone's going to agree, Shiva looked amazing.
Yeah, she looked
phenomenal.
Awesome.
What kind of direction is Greg giving you? Greg Nicotero directed this episode.
Right.
What kind of direction is he giving you to, act like there's a tiger there? Is there like a presence you have to have in mind that you would have if there was a real jungle cat sitting there?
Everybody else has to act like there's a tiger there. I have to act like it's a corgi.
Right.
It's a labradoodle that can bite somebody else's head off.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that doesn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So I was just glad there wasn't, like an actual tiger there because every time he roared, I would have been like, I was like, okay, can we try it again? And I'll try not to jump every time it roars. So it was actually really easy for me,
right.
because because I'm an idiot who's been doing make believe, looking in the mirror since I was a kid, so it was kind of just another day at the office.
Yeah.
They were like, pretend that a tiger's there. I was like, yeah, I do that all the time.
Well, that was awesome. You got to basically play two characters in this episode almost, because you play King Ezekiel and then you play former zookeeper, down-to-earth, honest guy.
Right.
And I feel like both are honest, because King Ezekiel wants
absolutely.
optimism and he wants hope and survival, and then regular guy Ezekiel that we saw at the end of the episode.
It's both the same guy. It's both the same guy trying to do Ezekiel, or I call it literally. I got my Zeke mode shirt. When he goes into that different character, he goes into Zeke mode in my mind, and so, but it's two sides of the same person. It's he's exuberant and flamboyant. But it's kind of like the way you talk to your boys that you grew up with, is not necessarily the same way you talk at the office.
That's right.
It's still you, and he's just trying to get a certain job done. Yeah.
He seems like he's doing well so far, with the exception of these pesky saviors. But what do you think happens when Negan and Rick meet for the first time? Because they are very different leaders. What are the biggest differences you think between them? And when they come to eye to eye for the first time, how do you think that goes down?
What, with Negan and Rick?
Just Rick and Ezekiel.
And Rick and Ezekiel. That's I think probably they'll look at each other, longingly, comb one another's hair.
Right, they both have some pretty good hair.
Exactly.
I'm trying to get the Rick Grimes flow, but it's going to be a little while.
Yeah, you got to try different product. That's what I hear.
Maybe I'll just commit and go full Ezekiel.
Yeah, you could do that. That's going to take some commitment.
Oh.
I'm just going to tell you, your hair
How
might
long does
not
it take to put that on? How long does it take to put that hairpiece on? Is that a process?
It doesn't take very long at all. Because the guy that puts my hair on, Vince, he is a consummate professional, and he's like, I'm in and out of that chair in like 20 minutes or so, and that thing does not come off. Because I jump around, I dive over things, and there's one time that I kind of had to juke left and go right, and I thought the hair was just gonna go that way, and I was just gonna leave me, but it's still
That's the
stuck in my
problem
head.
Tom had with the beard last year.
Oh, yeah?
He had the fake beard, and he would kind of yell, and the beard would rip off. So he was like, you know what, forget it. I'm just growing my own beard.
Yeah, yeah.
But it sounds like we might have some action for Ezekiel in the future if you're dodging. How much of Ezekiel are we going to see? Are we going to get a lot of him? Because I know I want more. I'm sure the people at home who I think everyone
You
agreed
will see
this episode.
all of Ezekiel. You're literally from the bottom of his shoes to the top of his dreads.
Yes, that's exactly
You're
what
gonna see
I'm
all. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But have they haven't molded you for a head mold yet, have they?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I tried. All right, last question I got for you, because we have a giveaway I want to do here with you guys. But in the comics, are you familiar with the comics?
I am familiar with the comics.
I knew you would be.
Comic books are they're pictures with words,
Yeah.
word bubbles.
There is a Walking Dead comic book out there somewhere.
Yeah.
In the comics, Ezekiel and Michonne, because it's a major storyline, and
Right.
and Michonne is very reserved, and it seems we're teasing a future between Ezekiel and Carol. I mean, do you think maybe down the line Ezekiel and Carol might kind of become a?
I think maybe, probably, you never know. Might be yes, not. Probably.
That's a
not.
headline right there.
Maybe no. Yeah.
Khary Payton says maybe yes, no, probably not, definitely, probably.
Exactly.
Awesome.
No, I like my job. I'm gonna keep it, and I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh
anything
God, we're gonna hang up this interview.
You're gonna enjoy. You want to enjoy the episodes
Absolutely.
as they roll.
Oh,
right?
I totally agree. And this episode was such a huge contrast from the first episode, which I think is part of why we love the show. That it can
Exactly.
do so many different things.
Well, I think if the first episode, gave you acid indigestion, I'm the Pepto. This is
Hey,
a Pepto
absolutely.
episode.
I thought it was a really lighthearted, fun episode, and it was. You did a great job. Greg did a great job directing, and I'm
Thanks so
thankful for
much.
it, man. As a fan, I'm thankful. And before we wrap up After the Dead here, we're gonna
let's
sign this here, and
All
we're
right.
gonna give it away to you. We want you to comment. Let us know what you thought of the episode. We'll drop a link in on how to enter comicbook.com/page/submissions. It's really easy. And Khary Payton, welcome to the kingdom. This is so cool. I might keep it for myself. Forget the giveaway.
Awesome.
That
There
is
we
so
go.
cool, man. There it is.
There it is.
This can be yours, Comicbook.com Nation. Check it out, signed by the king himself. Welcome to the kingdom. Comment, check the comment section. We'll let you know how to win it. Khary, thank you so much for taking the time,
Thanks
and thank you
having
for
me,
King
man.
Ezekiel.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm just thankful to be here, man. I'm having a ball.
Awesome.
Let's keep this rolling.
Thanks for watching, guys.